What it is, everybody? Thanks for tuning in here to another episode here on the Speedbug channel. Today we got a full house, almost all the bikes back. Got the word back here from Ducati, and my ex Diavolo is finally finished. They got all the parts back in. So we got some shitty weather here in Florida, so unfortunately I probably won't be riding it much over this weekend. But in the meantime, to preoccupy my time, we got my boy Gabriel over here. I'm going to do some maintenance here on his 959. Get the first 600 mile service. Same thing that I did, with my Panigale V4. It's, just normal. Just look over every bolt, the exhaust, check the cables, the brakes, the chain. And we're going to do a quick oil change. So we'll drop the lower fairing, do a quick time lapse. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing really to see too crazy. We go on ahead and take the lower fairings here, with the 4 or 5 bolts. The oil filter will come on the bottom, and we'll drain the oil here at the bottom into a pan. We got Ducati Shell oil to throw back in here, 1550, what they recommended. We got that here from the Ducati dealer, and of course a OEM Ducati filter. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, y'all, in case y'all are wondering exactly what oil I'm throwing in here, this is Ducati Shell Advance SAE 1550, and here is the genuine filter. The O-rings are inside, and you do have to purchase those separately. Anyone that's looking for the 959 filter, that is the number. So let's go ahead and get to it. So we're on the left side of the bike here. We got the oil draining, coming out of the drain plug. As we can see right here, this is exactly where you will keep and get the oil filter out. So make sure, obviously, when you take that out, you pull the O-rings out, you put the oil filter all the way in. Make sure it can go all the way in. It can only go one way, so don't screw that up, and we'll just let this drain here for a few minutes. That first 600 mile oil, it actually came out pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek here at the drain plug. A little bit of metal shavings on there, some clutch dust and just some gears, just normal wear and tear, but we'll obviously inspect it in the next one. We should have a little bit of shavings, but nothing out of the ordinary. So we'll go ahead and let this thing drain and get ready to fill this thing back up. It's pretty straightforward, obviously filled up. Make sure you check your owner's manual. Filling it back up over here, you come into the clutch cover and you fill it up here. It calls for 4 quarts, so that's what we're gonna throw in it and get her all buttoned back up. All right, y'all, so now we got the bike here all buttoned back up. Got the oil filled up. If you can see inside, actually right there is where it shows that it's full. You just measure to the quick marks. Go ahead and get the chain here tightened up real quick. That's pretty easy. You just go ahead and loosen up the axle nut. Go ahead and push these sliders back just real quarter turns. So go ahead and get a little bit of slack in the tension. Make sure you check your owner's manual here just to make sure you got everything within spec. You don't want the chain to be over tightened. That way it's pulling here on the sprockets or on any of the shafts in the transmission. Everything's buttoned here back up. Bike's dirty, obviously, from riding here in the rain, but we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up with some matte cleaner. And that's pretty much going to conclude it. Pretty simple. 4 quarts went into the bike. And pretty straightforward, simple oil change, pretty simple first service. We'll go ahead and take it back to the dealer to get the service light taken off. And that's going to conclude it here for today's video. If you like what you saw, again, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you here for another episode here on the Speedbug channel. Deuces.